can give you your cubic feet of cargo capacity, which is 23.6 up to 119.1. And let me get this box out of our way real quick, just so that we can show you a few other things that are here, show you what's under the floor. Now, it shouldn't come as a surprise that there is not a spare tire here. Very much a common thing with most EVs, although there's some out there that don't have a spare tire. But obviously you've got some of your equipment here. You'll have your charging cable that comes with it that's actually in the box right there. But there's actually quite a bit of space in here. And as far as practical use goes, we're going to have our power outlet right here. That's good to know that you have the power outlet in case you need to turn something, charge something or power something. And then we're going to have our tie downs in a couple of different areas and nice bright LED lighting back here. Now, one thing that is a little bit different here, if we look at the panoramic sunroof, is that it is affixed. That is a one-piece affixed in place panoramic sunroof, so it doesn't actually open, but you do have the typical features and functionality where that is concerned. And then to close things up, all I have to do is push that button right there and the power tailgate automatically closes. But boy, is there a lot to talk about on the interior, so let's hop inside and tell you all about it. Now, one thing you might have noticed that I didn't say was the fact that there's no shade for your panoramic sunroof up here. So just one of those things to think about. It is tinted, so hopefully that's enough. It definitely looks like more tint than I've seen on, say, a Tesla that has a sunroof that also cannot be concealed away. Let's take a look at what our door panels have. Obviously a ton of room, and you're going to notice these speakers right here. There are 36 speakers throughout the interior of this Escalade IQ. Large door bin down there as well. That's one of the largest I think I've ever seen on any SUV of any sort. As we work our way here into the interior, you will have some things that are more typical of a Cadillac Escalade with the controls on the side of the seat. You've got that control or that lever in the front that changes the position of the seat, so you can see that I can move that all the way forward if I want to with that, or move it all the way back. And you'll notice the one behind that says ×2 on it. When I pull on that once and then twice, we'll get that to come up. There we go, give it a little bit of help. That gets the seat up and out of the way so I can easily gain access to the third row back here. Now, let me do this. Go ahead and put mine back up in place so that you can see me real well. Now, that's a lot of leg space. Now, the seats come back to about right here, so you can see that's about where I would be, but you know what, there's still plenty of room. At 5'10", I do have a little bit of space above my head. It's not too bad back here. These seats are nice and comfortable. There is seating for 3 people back here. And something else that I really like, that I wish more 3-row SUVs had, and all the GM models do, and that's air conditioning that's located in the roof itself, instead of having them say down in this area right here, because that way the air doesn't have to travel near as far, and there's one for every passenger. Notice there's 3. I really like that. And then look over here, just a typical situation with a cup holder and a USB port. And there's also a switch right here, a button that can be used to get the seat out of the way as well. And in that, the battery dies, you also notice it has the manual mode, so you can sit down and sit outside
view. And then we go to our overhead view right here. There's the front and the rear as far as that goes. What about your side view mirrors? Same thing. But those are your cameras.
We can go down here. See how it says exit right there? That's something else that I like. Instead of having the X to exit, you hit exit right there. And that let's go to sport. Let's see if that'll sound. We can hear that. Sounds identical. But that's what we have as far as that goes. That's very, very interesting. We can go in and make changes to the suspension if we want to. But just to show you some of the little things that are here, valet mode, teen driver mode, you can turn your rear seat reminder on and off, and your buckle to drive and all that good stuff. But this is something I wanted to get to that I know a lot of you like to know about, your safety features. So we're going to have the alert type there, forward collision avoidance. We're going to have front pedestrian braking, intersection collision braking, adaptive cruise go notifier, side bicyclist alert, lane change alert, park assist with braking, and rear cross traffic braking, as well as our rear pedestrian alert. I'll tell you what, I could do a whole video on the screen all by itself because there is just so much to go over. We're not going to cover everything here, but just to show you some of the things that go on. Now, one thing I do want to go to is right here. Notice where it says off right there, to turn the vehicle off. That's what you do right there. Now, we're not going to do it right now because we don't need to, but in case you were looking for that, well, there it is. And something else here, you can see the design of your air conditioning vents. They're very slim, looks nice and easy to deal with. I do like that you can still manually control those. Kind of an interesting thing. Can you hear that? It has the click to it. Kind of an interesting little thing there. But the fact here that you have the screen, it looks nice. Personally, I like physical controls where that kind of thing is concerned, but that's what we have, a screen for the air conditioning, all the controls there for fan speed, for temperature. Everything you need to do is right there. In fact, we can go right here, see if we can do that. There we go. This is how we're going to turn on our heated steering wheel. Obviously, it does have a heated steering wheel, heated and ventilated seats. There's your ventilated seats. I do like the graphics, I must say. And obviously, that will be red when we turn on the heated seats.
And then you have your 3 different stages as far as that goes. And remember I told you about it having the massage function. Here's how you can turn that on and determine what type of massage you're receiving. In fact, we can turn that on right there and you can see that it's actually working. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's actually kind of noisy, kind of interesting. It's not too bad. Once you're driving down the road, I don't think that's going to hurt anything. And then position right there for seat position. We can make adjustments where that is concerned and obviously do all of that very easily. And then a few other things here that you might want to know about. One thing that I thought was very interesting is that right here is one of the other options for opening and closing your charge port door. So that will open it, and then you can also close that back if you want to. Easier than just going outside and doing that if you want to, whatever you want to do. And arrival, that's going to drop the vehicle. So we can go into arrival mode. It will actually lower the vehicle if I use that function. Traction control, you can turn that on and off. By the way, we also have rear steering or 4-wheel steering. That makes a big difference in your turning radius, makes things very easy to deal with. And your rear control locks are going to be right there. So a few things that you can use the hunt and peck method to find throughout the interior of the vehicle depending on what you want to do. We can also determine where you're controlling the air conditioning from right there. Or we can go back to that main screen and we can turn on our defroster for the windshield or for the rear window back there. You can sync them together. You can see what all you can do right there. It's pretty simple. Something else that I really like here. Here is those controls we told you about earlier. I think we gave you a good look at that. But I have to give Cadillac 2 thumbs up because there are 2 wireless charging pads. More vehicles need to have that. So let me pull my phone out, and number 1, we'll give you this charging pad first. Let that come on. There we go. So we'll let that come on, let that go off, and then I will stick it up here into this charging pad. And don't let me down now. There we go. Sometimes it fools with me a little bit and says, I'm going to test your patience, Tom. And something simple right here, the cup holders. But I like the design around the rim right here. That looks really nice. This is a little touch of elegance. And as is typical with any of these vehicles is the fact that you have a nice large armrest, nice and wide, plenty of room. Carrie and I aren't going to get in each other's way. You know, I'm not going to have to knock his arm off of there or anything like that. It's not like sleeping with the dog where the dog's trying to knock you off or anything like that off the bed and take the bed over. And how about inside? Plenty of room in there as well. You can see a 12-volt power outlet is going to be in here. A little bit more connectivity, a couple more USB options right there. And it is felt lined, so nice and comfortable if you're having a stressful day. Maybe that makes you feel better, right? I don't know. Just one of those things. Upper console, we'll take a quick look at that because I know a lot of you like to know what is up there and how that works. All your different features and functionality. It has a nice look to it, that's for sure. But overall, a very interesting vehicle, that's for sure. I'm going to let Carrie show you the sun visors real quick. They pass the sun visor test, don't they? That's always a good thing. I have been in some vehicles recently. In fact, we were in some Land Rovers that actually did not allow you to extend the visor like that. Kind of an interesting thing. So tell me what you think down in the comments about the 2025 Escalade IQ. Is it the ultimate full-size SUV? It definitely has a lot of features and functionality that I think should be on all Cadillac Escalades. Just stick a gas motor under the hood and you're good to go. I might actually buy one, even though I don't need a 3-row SUV. So tell me what your thoughts are. I do want to say a special thanks to our friends at Or Cadillac for loaning us this Escalade for the day so we could tell you all about it and enjoy the showroom on a cold, windy Northwest Louisiana day. When people aren't used to that kind of thing, we need showrooms. I also want to say a special thanks to all of you for being kind enough to give us the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. That's helpful to us. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos, and share this video on your timelines on social media so other people can see it. If you'd like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and we'll see you there.